Over the years, we've chronicled the expansions and upgrades that HALO, or Hope and Life Outreach, has implemented in order to serve those in need. The numbers are staggering. Tens of thousands of meals and nights of safe and comfortable rest for men, women, and children have been provided just this year alone.
But unfortunately, the need continues to grow. Believe it or not, families are still getting turned away because there's no space, which is why they're launching their Make Room campaign to do exactly that. With us this afternoon to share more about the important cause, Celeste Savage, who is the CEO and Executive Director with HALO. So good to have you back.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you very much for having me.
Wonderful talking. So we talked about the lack of space. Are you still having to turn people away?
We are. It's amazing. I just remember a few weeks ago, it was 11, we took in 11 families, and we looked around and go, we just can't take any more in. There's just too many coming at one time, you know.
Why is the need growing?
Well, I think a lot of it is, you know, the government funding is being cut off a little bit, and it's the cost of housing is just astronomical. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, where are they going to go? And we're it. Mm-hmm. You know, we're going to make it possible for them.
So tell us about the Make Room campaign.
Well, we looked the situation over. If you've been over to the facility, which you guys have, you know, it's kind of big, but we just didn't have the spacing. So we're going to expand, use some of our offices, and one of the main things we're doing is creating it such so that we can put bunk beds in for the kids. So now we're going to be able to double our capacity for the women and children.
Okay, so you've had to make several accommodations.
Major accommodations going on.
Yeah. So what about the future? I mean, are there any plans for the future?
We do have some things coming up that we're going to be working on. A lot of that with mental health and with mothers with children, and looking at some different possibilities that we can maneuver with. But right now, if we're able to continue moving with this Make Room campaign, we should be able to bring in somewhere in the neighborhood of about 80 women and children into the shelter with it being comfortable.
And that's spectacular.
Yeah, that's awesome.
What can we do to help?
Well, you know, one of the greatest things that took place is we got ready to start the campaign, and we just had to, we always depend on the community. This community is so amazing. And so what we decided to do was, you know, just put it out there. When we did, a couple donors came up and said, well, we're going to give you matching funds. So obviously, let's think about this. If somebody gives $100, it's $200.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's so what we needed, because the expense is going to be there, putting in, you know, the new flooring, buying the bunk beds, the mattresses, creating the rooms, busting out the walls, you know. So it's just going to be great having that matching fund. And
what about volunteers? Are you looking for volunteers?
Very short on volunteers. We've talked about COVID through the show, and you know, we lost a lot of volunteers, and because the numbers are increasing, we have to increase our volunteers, and we are a volunteer-based organization basically. So.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, what we'll do is put some information on our website so folks can find out how they can donate, volunteer, or do both.
That'll be awesome. We appreciate it. Thank you for letting me be here today.
Absolutely.
Oh, I always love seeing you, Celeste.
You're the best.